Python is popular because using Python, you can develop softwares, you can build responsive and dynamic websites, you can use Python for machine learning, you can use Python for creating applications that uses artificial intelligence. So it's a general purpose language using which you can create any kind of softwares, websites, portals, applications, and most importantly, Python is being recognized for its usage in data science nowadays. See, there are many features of Python, but in my first session, if I start listing them, it will become little boring to you. Because while learning Python step by step, all these features will be explained with example. So, need not to bother about the theory part of Python because we will be covering all those features while giving you examples and while making various programs. Just like other programming languages, Python also comprises of data and statements. See, as I have told you in my previous video that how data and instructions are correlated, so it goes for all the programming languages in the world. So no programming language is there without data and instruction. We will start with a very relevant example, very simple example. We all use ATMs today. When you go to an ATM machine, when you stand in front of ATM machine, what do you see? A screen which displays welcome message, and then it asks you to insert the card. If that statement is not there, that insert the card, what will you do? You won't be able to do anything. So the program which is there in ATM machine, it displays a statement that is called output statement. It asks you to enter the PIN. So when you enter the PIN, that is the input by the user. Who is the user? You are the user. And you are using which program? The ATM machine program. So now there is an interaction between you, the user, and the program, that is the ATM machine program. So the program asks you to enter the PIN code. So that is the output statement. When you enter the PIN, that is the input. If you have entered the correct PIN code, it will display you the welcome message and it will ask you to proceed for further transactions. So those are the output things. If you enter PIN number which is incorrect, so it will display an output statement stating that you have entered invalid PIN. So this is how all the program works. The output statement, it asks you to enter the input. So whatever data you are giving to the program is input. It processes that as it was checking in ATM machine whether you have input the correct PIN or not. So that is called processing. If it is correct, it gives you welcome message, that is the output. So this is how all the programs in this world works. It means program comprises of input output statements first, then checking the values input by the user, that is called processing, and again it gives you the output. So very first that we need to learn is the output statement, that is printing something on the screen, that is called output statement. Like if I am making program today in Python, it means I need to understand how to print something on the screen using Python language, and it's very simple. There is a method called print. Using print command, you can give the output on the screen. To work on Python, you can use either idle or Jupyter Notebook. Working on both is amazing, so need not to worry, you can choose either of them, idle or Jupyter Notebook. So let's take the first example of printing a statement on the screen. I'll be using idle software. Let's start with the very basic output function called print. I'm using idle software, you can use either idle or you can go for Jupyter Notebook. So when you run idle software, you get a prompt, the command prompt. You can make Python programs or you can issue Python syntax or commands either on the command prompt or you can write those instructions in a Python scripting file. So we'll be starting with command prompt itself. As I told you, the most important thing in writing any program is to give the output statement. And to give output statement, we make use of print function in Python. So when I write print function, it just gives me an empty line. If I want to print something on the screen, say, welcome to the world of programming, I'll write it within double quotes or single quotes. I'm using double quotes here. And even I can print the same statement using single quote. Both works similar way. Sometimes I want to print the statement in different lines using different tab spaces. So we make use of /n, \n to write something on a new line and \t to print something using a tab space. So let's see an example. Print /n because I want a new line. Welcome, then new line with a tab space. Again new line with 2 tab space. So this is your output. See, I have used /n, welcome. So it has given me a new line, then welcome, then again new line with a tab space. So new line with a tab space, and then here new line with 2 tab spaces. So new line with 2 tab spaces. So this is the output we get. Sometimes I want to add a comment to my program or number of statements as a comment to write something in my programming file or at the command prompt, but I don't want the interpreter to understand it. It is just for my understanding. It is just for my information. That is called as comment. So any line that is beginning with # symbol is not to be executed by the interpreter, or it is not meant for your program. It is just for my information. I will use # statement. Or if you have multiple lines, then you can use 3 times double quotes. And to end the comment, again 3 times double quotes. So this becomes the comment. So this is all about the output statement.